Good morning, guys. This is the second portion of my testimony. It seems like that night I got tired and, of course, got emotional because testimony. You will somehow go deeper and deeper, right? You will. I will try to remember how I did, and along that way, there's compounded trauma in each one of us that made us who we are right now at the present moment, right? It's important for us to recognize that who we are those um, teachings and learnings that accumulated, compounded also along those ways are the trauma. Okay, and that's we we became we I be me as Melody Medina. I became me because a combination of all of those. Do you get my point? Okay. So, and if those didn't happen, I would be a totally different person. Do you understand? You understand that concept? Okay. So, 31 again. Okay. I'm going to do this is the pre testimony part two. Okay. Because I want to, in the second one, I want to jump. Okay. So, this one, I'm going to do a topic with regards to sin because yesterday, somebody asked me, and I'm trying to soul win, right? I'm doing not evangelizing, trying to, like, talk to people that especially are distressed, helping them get through that, and get bring them to the Lord, right? So having said that, he asked me, a lot of people ask me questions as if I know, but I do make sense because I do this factor for a fact that I'm going to do this video. I'm going to use this video because the reason why I left, which I'm going to incorporate in my testimony, the church that I presently was baptized is because of the fact that they are work-based. Okay. Anyways, for people, this needs to be out there because nobody's getting it, even church leaders, a lot of them are not getting it. And then what's the biggest problem here is that it's like a leprosy, right? Jesus uses that because it started small, it's gonna spread like crazy. Why? Because the people really rely on pastor, not the word of God, not the Bible. If they're saying they go to the pastor, they rely on that and they so much believe. That's why we always recommend going to the Bible, going to the word. Therefore, there it could guide you what to do. Yesterday, the person was saying, oh well, this is, even the theological scholars were saying this. You know what, it doesn't matter. Like, that's why there's already, but he's new. He just started reading the Bible last December 2024, and it really touched him. For the last 10 years I've been trying to bring him to the Lord, right? And it touched him really big time because he was so lost. He's one of those who was talking about conspiracy theories all the time, wasting his time. And he cried to me, and he said, he apologized to me. He said, you brought me to the light. I was telling everybody to bring the light. I was the one who was like, yeah, I know. Like, in my mind it was always that. But you are in this matrix for a reason, right? And you have to recognize people who is telling you, and it doesn't matter. And sometimes when in this world, right? Oh, if you're not labeled as holy, which you're not part of the church, people won't really listen to you, and that's really baloney in my because why? God will make you understand. God will reveal to you if you just go to the Bible. I didn't even go to the Bible or read it from the beginning, and when I was young, I was exposed to the Bible, but I was a lukewarm. I didn't know better. That's why this time I'm telling you what really the wages of sin, because he was asking about that. He was mentioning about Enoch, other scribes, other books. Okay, focus on the Bible again. You're getting into the outside. There's so many people made book about this. So I said, let's focus on this because this is what's getting the world get fucked in the head because they're listening to this. Okay, so the wages of sin is death. We are not understanding that from the beginning. A lot, even people who say they're Christian, do not truly understand this. Like I said, even the church leaders. I'm not gonna mention. Okay, so the wages of sin. If you, I'm using layman's term. I'm a useless sinner here. Sinner, useless, nobody. I'm just saying this because I love you. I'm using my time. Okay, the wage of sin. This is one plus one. This is so basic. Getting out here, getting warm in my neck. I'm perimenopausal too, and I went partying on the weekend. Not a thing, but it's for a good cause. And I almost left my clinics, but I said no. I'm not gonna, just because I love it. So I love the people in there. I'm not gonna leave without getting them, bringing them to the Lord. But anyways, okay. And I'm also not gonna leave my business clinic. Um, Due to the fact that I also love it. I'm with a Christian, anyways. I'm comfortable in that clinic where I'm in my own. Christian to Christian, you don't have to worry, right? We come fall short, we forgive each other. That's how it works. But okay, so going back, oh, it's already 6. I'm gonna go to the. I'll see you in the next video because this is very important.